I had a discussion recently with one of my friends concerning the healthcare bill. We both agreed that healthcare reform was needed, but I expressed my dismay that this bill failed to address one of the most significant factors affecting the cost of healthcare, and that was tort reform. He immediately challenged my statement and said that tort reform was unneeded and inconsequential because it would have only lowered the cost of healthcare by 1.6%. My friend is a rather smart person, but he is very much like the group of people about whom one of our past presidents said, "It is not that they are not smart, it is that they know so much that isn't true." This 1.6 figure was derived from studies largely supported by trial lawyers and is not a lie so much as it is a distortion. That 1.6 figure my friend quoted is calculated on the premise that tort reform would simply have capped monetary awards. As an example, if a cap was established at $3 million and a plaintiff was awarded $3.2 million, the savings to the health care system would be $200,000. Since the lawyers contended that the trial would have taken place anyway, there is no consideration given to the fact that the cost of the trial might have been in excess of $500,000. This is owing very much to the cost of multiple attorneys and multiple expert witnesses. The award, as well as the court costs, get added into malpractice premiums, and those are passed along to us, the consumer patients. These costs are just considered to be a normal cost of doing business. However, this principle does not take into account frivolous lawsuits that are settled out of court to avoid the huge cost of litigation. And these costs are also added to malpractice insurance premiums and are also passed along to us, the patients. Our healthcare system is frequently compared to nationalized healthcare systems in Europe and Canada, and these systems are cited as providing more care while costing less. When making these comparisons, nothing is ever said about the fact that these nationalized systems have panels of doctors who are called upon to review potential malpractice claims to see if there has been any deviation from practice standards. If a patient is wrongfully treated, that panel makes recommendations to settle out of court to try to avoid high court costs. If no deviation from the standards of care are established, it's suggested to the patient that it might be wise not to pursue litigation. However, even at that point, the plaintiff may still bring suit if they desire. But the testimony of the panel replaces the high cost of legal experts for the defendant doctor, hospital, or pharmaceutical company. Some countries have even gone so far as to make it mandatory for the plaintiff and their attorneys to pay the legal costs of the defendant if no deviation from the standard of care was discovered. And this is especially after the panel advised against costly litigation. In these countries, tort reform has reduced the cost of health care by as much as 6 to 25%. Admittedly, many people will still maintain that they do not want to change our lottery healthcare system, especially when it comes to these issues. They want to retain their right to sue whenever they think they've been wronged. In that case, we will continue to buy our healthcare lottery tickets with higher healthcare insurance premiums. However, that's another issue altogether, but I would suggest we stop comparing our healthcare system and all of its legal entanglements to other nationalized healthcare systems which have significantly reduced civil suits within their healthcare systems. As the saying goes, you can't have your zucchini and eat it too.